It'd be hard for me to not say Shohei.
Yeah.
I always go back to it's so impressive how he manipulates the ball. 10 of the umpires could be in their late years of their career, and they're just rolling in. It's like, all right, like, this is my zone. I'm sticking to it.
Not anymore.
You have no say-so. Correct.
怪我で IL 入りをしている星野ラッシング選手が LA のラジオ番組に出演しました。怪我の状態や自分の気質、チャレンジや大谷、山本、佐々木についても話しています。訳しましたのでご覧ください。
Dodgers catcher Dalton Rushing joins us on the DeMarco and Trav show. Dalton, thanks for hopping on with us.
Of course. Good to be here.
Finally, we talk about you every day. Yeah, in some way, somehow. Yeah, good or bad, we do. A lot of good stuff. And how's the elbow, by the way?
It's good. Progressing really well. The clock that we have on it right now is ahead of schedule. So I'm just excited to start throwing again and obviously be out on the field again.
When did you know something was going on in there?
It was pretty last minute, honestly. It kind of all started pregame catch. Made the last few throws of before I went in to catch bullpen, and I felt it. And there wasn't a pop, but there was something going on in there, and I knew it was worth getting checked out. And obviously, we kind of dodged a bullet without surgery, but like I said, it's progressed well. I'm glad where we're at right now, and I miss being out on the field.
So, Dalton, the last time that you and I spoke was here at Legends Attic, and it was roughly, give or take, about a year ago.
Correct.
And you're in your rookie season. Now you're in your second season in the
Correct.
big leagues. What do you know now about life in the big leagues that you didn't know a year ago as a rookie?
You can, I can take a deep breath now.
Yeah.
You don't feel as if everyone's kind of on you all the time, giving you stuff. Obviously, just giving you a hard time. You're a rookie. That's kind of what your role is. You have to know what your role is, first of all. And this year, obviously, I get off to a hot start, and guys are like, all right, like, we want to play around this guy a little bit. And, I've collectively put together a pretty good year throughout the last few months, and sadly get hit with a little injury bug a couple weeks ago. But honestly, ultimately, we kind of all know when the real season starts in LA, and we have a task at hand now. Let's win the West, win the National League, and then after that, it's how soon can we get that third trophy?
Yeah, what about that? That, like you just said, that the real season for your team, and it's really a unique situation to be a part of the Dodger team that even coming into spring training, something just almost we've never seen before would have to happen for that team not to at least make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you're getting ready. Obviously, you want to play as well as you can. You want to put up personal numbers. But to know that, hey, man, we got to go out there and play baseball for 6 months before you get to the good part of the season.
Yeah, it's I think it's a testament to show the person you are, the competitor that you are. I think that's why so many guys have respect for Freddie.
Yeah.
He's 35 years old, and he's out there doing it every single day for 162 of them, and he doesn't want an off day. I think that, to me, stands out the most, shows the player he is, the teammate he is, and that's really what we're surrounded with. It's easy to play around those guys. It's easy to give it your all when I'm 25 years old, and I have all the energy in the world, and these guys have 4 kids they go home to, and they're here doing it 162 times a year. So it builds respect for the guys around you, and obviously this is a team. We have superstars in every corner. And, yeah, we have young superstars as well, just growing up around these guys, learning from these guys day in, day out, and I think that's why the Dodgers are the Dodgers.
Do you ever get over the fact that you play for the freaking Dodgers?
No, it's hard to not think about, you know. You play in Dodger Stadium every single night, and you play in front of 50,000 people, and I think we joke all the time it's the difference between the big leagues and the show. This is the show. You play in a city like this, I think the next thing closest to it would probably be New York. And,
yeah.
I guess those are the guys we want to see at the end of it.
Well, we always speculate. This is what we do.
Yeah.
We have 3 hours to fill every day, so we speculate. But I do wonder, like, it's baseball, and baseball is hard enough. What do we always say about baseball? Baseball is weird.
Yep.
Baseball is a strange game.
Yep.
You're up, you're down. I mean, but does the fact that you're on a back-to-back champion put a little more heat on your shoulders when you go out and play?
I mean, your fans make you feel it every night. The expectation, what the standard is here in LA, and ultimately the main goal every single season going into it, late March, everyone knows that when October comes, it's Dodger baseball, and I think that's what excites us so much. But also, going back to how hard it is to play 162, only looking forward to a month of baseball. You can't play that way. So I think the relationships, the culture we built in the clubhouse of saying, all right, like 162, we have a task at hand, and then once that 162 is up and we know where we stand going into the playoffs, there's a new task at hand, and everyone knows that task.
Dalton Rushing joining us here on the DeMarco and Trav afternoon show. And look, everybody's got their job to do, and everybody's got different things that they need to do. But catching is its own unique thing, because not only do you have to worry about going up and facing big league pitchers and trying to help your team offensively, you got to know that Shohei likes this where Yamamoto likes that, or Snell likes this where Glass likes that.
Yeah.
To just the amount of mental gymnastics that you need to do, never mind before you get in the bat to swing a single time, to just know I need to make sure that my pitcher's getting what he needs, and this guy needs something different than that guy.
Yeah, I think that this pitching staff gets overlooked a little bit, and I know that sounds crazy to say, but you look at it from a catching perspective, it's not like you have your two guys, your one and your two that you focus on. You got to make sure that, hey, these guys are competing for a Cy Young this year, whatever the case may be. No, we have 5 of them.
Yeah, 6 sometimes.
7, possibly, with Robleski thrown in there. And, the guy's an all-star, and every single night you show up to the yard and you go through these meetings, and the standard stays the same. It's this guy has the capability of going 9 shutout. This guy has capability or a chance to throw a no-hitter. So, and I'm not saying that's what you go for every night. You're not going to throw a no-hitter every week. But at the same time, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard every single day. There's no breaks in this rotation, and also there's no breaks in the bullpen. You have as many free agents as you do, and obviously you have closer after closer coming out of the bullpen. So the standard stays the same for them. You want to see them put up the best numbers possible. You want to see them help us win as many games as possible. And I think the more steady we can stay with understanding that we want greatness out of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
Every single guy. It allows us as a team to chase our one main goal, obviously, but also allow these players to do what they want to do in their career.
Who's the toughest guy to just catch as far as the way that the ball moves, the late movement, all that kind of stuff? Because, some guys you can kind of, okay, I know how this pitch is going to move, and then some guys are just kind of all over the place. What's the biggest challenge?
Yeah, I think every guy in our rotation has a very unique pitch that's a little tougher than others to catch, but it'd be hard for me to not say Shohei.
Yeah.
I always go back to it's so impressive how he manipulates the ball, the things he can manipulate, 3 different sweepers, 3 different sliders. He's got a couple different splitters. So, to me, that's impressive.
Sure.
And going back to the catching side, it puts a little more pressure to understand which one he wants to throw in that moment.
Are there 3 different pitch calls for the 3 different sweepers, or you just
yes
call
and
the
no.
sweeper?
Yes and no. There's more location based than anything, and you kind of understand which one he wants to throw. But yeah, that's probably the toughest guy to catch. A guy that can manipulate the ball as well as Shohei can, and obviously he's got 101 in his back pocket. So
what does that feel like to catch 101?
Well, half of our team throws 100, so
and they're throwing it at you. That's crazy.
It makes defense mode a little easier.
Talked about your job as a catcher. They say the catcher is the smartest guy on the team or whatever. I was thinking about this on the way over. You're kind of the eyeballs because you're looking back at your own team.
I wouldn't say the smartest guy. I wouldn't say that.
Well,
but,
how would you sum up your job back there?
There's a lot of information to take in. There's things that we have to remember from the first and the second, the third inning going into the 7th, 8th, and 9th that obviously the 7 guys out in front of me besides the pitcher don't really have to worry about. It's our job to make sure whether you're playing chess with the guy that steps in the box or you're really just pitching to strengths for your pitcher or weaknesses for the hitter. You pick and choose those moments, obviously, but I think the more a catcher's in tune with the game the first 3 innings, it allows the last 3 innings to be a little more simple for you as far as pitch calling, situational baseball, understanding what this guy's trying to do in the box versus the next guy, taking your matchups. There's a lot of things that go into it.
Do you talk trash to the hitter?
No,
just little whispers
I really
or something?
don't. I really don't.
No?
Like Engelbert from the Bad News Bears?
Here it comes.
No, I have full conversations with a lot of guys, just like kind of catching up. Hey, how you doing?
As he's up there at
once he's walking to the plate. Once you step in the box, I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to talk to you when I'm hitting. So I'm not going to flip the script and try to talk talk to you when you're hitting.
All right. I would try to mess with you a little bit.
Take me through the process of like everything you just described. That I got to know that the way that this hitter, we're going to attack this guy, and this pitcher likes to attack this way, and I got the bullpen guys down here, and you got a million different things that you're trying to keep straight in your head. And then, oh, by the way, that ball may or may not have caught the corner. Do I challenge this or not? Like that has to be a whole nother level of when do I use it? When do I not use it? Like, take me through the process
like it,
of
the
when you
ABS?
decide to do it.
I do.
Yeah.
I think having ABS has now held umpires to a higher standard. It's kind of put a little more pressure on them to, hey, I have a task at hand now, and I can get feedback as to how well I did. As to before, obviously, like you'd have let's say we have a crew bunch of 50 umpires. 10 of the umpires could be in their late years of their career, and they're just rolling in. And it's like, all right, like this is my zone. I'm sticking to it.
Not anymore.
You have no say-so. Correct. And now it's you have your own zone as a hitter, and you become accustomed to it. And the second you do that, you give yourself the freedom of saying, hey, like changing a count from 2-1 to 3-0 is the difference in a ball game. See, there's positives, there's negatives to it. Some guys should lose their privileges. Some guys should challenge more. I think that's just a league-wide thing, but I think it's good for the game, and like I said, it holds everyone to a good standard.
I think I have a subpar record on ABS. I challenge everything. I'd be that guy.
You wouldn't be playing a lot after you challenged everything.
Yeah, anything I missed was a ball. How about that? Yeah.
Well, before you could say, oh, that guy squeezed me or that guy missed that one. Well, not anymore.
You can't say that anymore.
Not nearly as much.
How much are you dying to get back out there? Like you said.
Man, it's hard for me to watch baseball. It really is. It's when I'm not in the heat of the moment, I'm not out there, I'm not competing. It's hard for me to sit down and watch a game, and I think I've really, really annoyed my fiance the last few days since we've been watching the games from home while the team's on the road.
But can you stay mentally locked in? Can you get something out of this by watching?
Oh yeah, I don't think I leave that competitor state when I'm watching baseball, and obviously knowing all these guys, understanding the way they pitch, and kind of thinking along with the catchers Hunter and Ben that we have back there right now. It's like understanding how they're calling a game. It's mesmerizing sometimes. You can find a lot of fun in that as a catcher, and watching them pick apart lineups and getting outs in the 7th inning, the 8th inning, the 9th inning. Like, it's not easy.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's easy, and this is a tough league. It's a tough game, and so to answer your question, I've stayed very locked in on that side of things, and that was a big message from the staff. Obviously, going on the IL, and it was such a crucial time. This is the time that you build up being comfortable in those 7th, 8th, 9th innings, high leverage. How am I going to handle this in October when we have the Brewers on the other side, or we have San Diego, whoever it is? Yes, trust me, I'm staying. Don't worry.
Dalton Rushing is joining us here on the DeMarco and Trav afternoon show, and DeMarco's heard me say this a million times, and it's a very baseball thing, and you don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low. You got another game tomorrow, you got another one. It's just that endless 162 grind that you're talking about. You obviously are a very emotional player, and you wear your emotions on the sleeve. And DeMarco and I both talk about we like watching you play emotionally because not many guys do.
We thought you were named after the Roadhouse guy.
Yeah,
I am.
Are you too?
Are you really?
I am.
There it is.
So you and Dalton Connect both named after the Roadhouse guy. That works. You're excited.
There it is.
Great news.
Yes, sir.
I am named after him.
But do you try to just say, you know what, blanket, man, I'm going to be myself. If I strike out, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I think a lot of people look at it as the person that I am, and I think that's where it's a little misconcepted. Hopefully I have 50 to 100 guys in that clubhouse front office player-wise that will tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
And when I'm on the field, it's like I have one thing that I want, and it's to win the game. And I know it's hard to do 162 times a year, but to tell you the truth, I haven't got tired of it yet.
Yeah.
So I haven't found anything that's going to slow me down, and obviously there's a time and a place for everything. I've hoped that I've cleaned some things up from the beginning of the year moving into the end of the year. But I want everyone to know that my only thing on mine is to win that baseball.
No, it shows. I mean, absolutely. I think that's what comes across when we watch you play. If my research is right, you're a high school quarterback?
Quarterback linebacker.
Get out of town.
Is that why? Is guys like him the reason you decided baseball?
He said quarterback, linebacker. We're good. Yeah.
I was known more for being a linebacker.
There you go.
Okay.
I know.
I was going to say, because when I read that, because DeMarco obviously was a tackle in the NFL for a long time, that I'm thinking, okay, Dalton does not strike me as the quarterback. Linebacker makes a lot more sense. What's the hardest pitch for you to catch? Is it that sweeper? Is it a splitter like Sasaki's firing up there? Because like you talked about, like, if there's a slider, I know if a right-hand pitcher, the ball's going to go from the right to the left. I can kind of anticipate. Then there's that splitter thing that, God only knows which direction
you don't really
it's
know what it's going to do. I would say Roki splitter, Yamamoto splitter is pretty good. It's a little more consistent than Roki's, so it makes it a little easier to catch. But I'd say either Roki splitter or Shohei sweeper. It's probably the toughest pitch to catch.
What's it like when somebody comes to the team from somewhere else? Obviously, you guys just acquired Turk Skubal from the Tigers. And look, made guy goes without saying.
Yeah.
But this is different. Like we talked about in this conversation. This is the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're here to win the World Series.
Did you catch him yet? No,
I have not got to.
You have? Oh,
catch
okay.
him yet.
Yeah.
No, I have not. So I'm very excited. I've made that very apparent. I've created a good relationship with him as I've gotten to know him over the last week or two. Everyone knows as a catcher kind of what Scoob does on the mound. So watching him from afar, win Cy Young after Cy Young, and seeing his style of pitching makes it easier on us. It's like, all right, look, here's his stuff. Good luck.
What about when a guy works that fast?
Yeah,
he gets the ball back from the catcher and he's ready to go.
He's a competitor. I was telling somebody media the other day that I think that's what makes me so excited to catch him.
Yeah,
the two of us on the same field, and he was like, crazy enough, I've heard that from other guys of, hey, we're going to get along very well together.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm super excited to catch him. Obviously, he is who he is. I don't have to talk about him anymore. But he's going to help us, obviously, win a third World Series.
Do you get any sense when somebody new comes to the team that there's whoa, this is Dodgers, like you said, 50,000 people. This is the show.
Yeah, I would say some of the guys are blown away with the media. Obviously, the fan base, how well everyone shows up every night. You're not having your Monday, Tuesday down nights. It's going to be 50,000 every night, and so that's something to look forward to. Obviously, leading up to 7 p.m. every single night. And I think that's what he's really taken pride in, obviously, these first few starts with us, and I only see it getting better from here.
Got two more. If there's a dust-up, I know who's at the forefront. We talked about quarterback, linebacker. Who keeps you guys loose? Who's the guy in the clubhouse?
That's Miggy or Kike. It's those are our two clubhouse staples. Never a dull moment with either one of them. But I think I'd put a little more on Miggy when it comes to if something needs to be said, it's said. And that's coming out of Miggy's mouth. That's just the leader that he is. I mean, he's going to be a manager in this league for God only knows how long. He's had his moments as a player. I'm sure he's going to have more moments this year, especially after last year. It's a pleasure to share a clubhouse with those two guys. And obviously the way Miggy has led this team over the last few years, it doesn't go unnoticed.
Well, again, when you leave, we're going to talk about the series in Colorado and call it a get-right series or whatever. So when you are, as a team, going through a malaise, a funk, how do you pull yourself out? What does that feel like, number one, and then how do you pull yourself out of it?
I think sometimes one guy can do it. I think sometimes a team message can change things a little bit. And I think Doc and Miggy, Doc being the guy that relays things through Miggy because he knows everyone's going to hear Miggy out and want to know what he has to say. And anything Miggy says, it's all eyes, all ears. And I think he had a message to the boys last week in our group chat. I know it was talked about on air a little bit, but it was like, look, hey, we're running a marathon and this is our last stretch. Let's get the most out of this. Let's show the team we are, not only in October, but leading up to that moment. It's impressive to do it 162 times a year. It's almost impossible to play your best baseball 162 times a year. So I think the message was let's give them the best Dodger baseball we can for this last month leading into October and create a little momentum on our side.
Dalton, get healthy soon.
Yes, sir.
Get back to the team. We look forward to you. Thank you
guys.
so much for coming on with us.
I
really appreciate it.
Thank you, my
Yes.
friend.
Look at all those